Please introduce.
My name is Timothy Adedoyin. I'm the CEO of Baltimore International LLC, uh, operating as Baltimore Rentals. So we are located on 1046 Clinton Avenue in Abington, and we've been around in Abington for over 20 years now. So servicing the community of Abington, Newark, Essex County, and the entire tri-state. So once again, I want to welcome you to our office.
How long have you been in business again?
Precisely, it should be like 21 years now. We started in 2004.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
So please describe the business. Just a brief description of the business and what you do and your customers.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Basically, we are into two different parts of businesses. We are into money service business, which is money transfer. We transfer money to all over the world, you know. Then the second part is the Baltimore rentals, which is event planning. We do rentals for different occasions, either parties or official engagements. So we've been combining these two for the past 21 years. So we thank God for that.
So I know you to be the go-to in this area when people need, especially when they need Nigerian stuff. How have you been able to establish that with your customers?
As a matter of fact, there was a time we were dealing in movies. When you talk of Nigerian movies, but that is no more again because of the technology of Netflix and some other. You can go to YouTube and see movies, but this time, then before you can watch any movie, you need to come over to like our office to buy movies and stuff.
You're talking of DVDs.
DVDs.
DVDs and DVDs.
Yeah. When I say movies, I'm talking about DVDs and the regular cassette. As a matter of fact, we started with regular cassette. I don't know if people are familiar with that. Then we turned to compact disc. But those are no more again. Because as of now, we are still operating on both party rentals and money service business, which is money transfer. Yeah.
So what inspired you to go into this type of business?
Yeah, that's a good question. If I have to recollect, I was introduced into business at my early age. Thank God for my mother. My mother is still alive. She introduced me to this when I was in elementary. I think about 9 years. I used to help her to hawk products on the street of Lagos. So from then, I started gaining experience. I was in school, but at the same time, I was hawking product with my mom. She wasn't paying me anything, but she was giving me good food. That food was my compensation then, and I enjoy it. So after some time, when I got to the high school, I had to move to my dad because both of my parents, they are into business. My mom was in a petty business. My dad had a shop in Lagos. So I graduated to my dad's shop, continued the experience while I was in school. So this was that led me to when I was about to go to a tertiary institution, they call it college year. So I had interest in accounting, I had interest in business administration. But to the glory of God, by the time I got to the college, I was admitted for business administration. So I had my first degree in business administration, which I'm still doing and I'm practicing. So I had a business in Nigeria before I relocated to the US. I was into computer peripherals. So, but when I relocated to the US, everybody has to start all over. So I started all over. I was into other petty jobs. Went to computer school, got a computer job, then practiced for some time. But due to 9/11 issue, everybody lost job then. So everybody had to go and start all over again. But luckily for me, because I had that business in me, so I had opportunity and I set up Baltimore Renters. And this is where we're here today. We started in 2004 and we are still here. Thank you.
That is quite an inspiration. So
Yeah.
you've been in business for more than 20 years. So
Sure.
now, what is that one business quality that has kept you in business all this long? What is that one quality that you can tell people that this is what has kept me in business for this long?
Thank you for that question. That's a very wonderful question. I would tell you that there's one thing they call integrity. If you want to survive in business, either in the US or anywhere in the world, first thing, you have to have integrity. You have to be trustworthy. You have to have wonderful customer service, because your customers are your king. So you need to satisfy your customer. So those three things, I make sure I have that, I maintain that integrity, and make sure I don't lose any customer, no matter what. You know, sometimes you have some irate customers, but at the same time, you have to manage situations. But you need to always satisfy your customer. So those are the things that are taking me up until now, and I thank God for that.
Very good. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So obviously, I mean, you're a role model to many youths, especially within the area. And so my final question is, what would you say to somebody who wants to be this long in business and wants to have this type of business where you practically remind people of Nigeria or home, because they can come here to get some things that they can get from home? So what would you say to those young people who want to start this kind of business and who are looking up to people like you?
Yeah, thank you. That's another good question. Like I said before, you need to have integrity before you can excel. So make sure that you are trustworthy, that you are sincere in whatever, either you're selling product or you are delivering service. Make sure your yes is your yes and your no is your no. And another thing is make sure you have time sensitive. If you want to open at 9 o'clock, make sure you are there at 9 o'clock, because most of these customers, they believe in they value their time. So if you don't open at 9 today, o'clock is there, you find Baltimore place is open. Since we started in 2004, to the glory of God, we have not closed for one day, say, okay, we are out or whatever. If Baltimore is not there, the employees will be there. So that consistency is there. So make sure if you want to open at 10 or 9 in the morning, your customer will meet me there. And don't forget, always satisfy your customer. Make sure you don't lose any customer. Of course, you'll be losing some customer, but make sure you don't lose as much as possible so that you can remain in business. That's my advice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timothy. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.